Welcome to the Tranquility based detailing channel. I'm Luke. Coming up in this episode, Waxstock 2018. Hey guys, Luke here, Tranquility based detailing. Welcome to Waxstock. So Waxstock 2018 was our second ever Waxstock here at the Tranquility based detailing channel. Year one was a blur. I'll put the link to it there, you can check it out. This time round we had plans, we had grand designs, we had a community meet, we had everything penciled in, and we were late. We turned up late, but we got as much as we could crammed into the time that we were there. A big part of this year that was different was the meeting of this community, behind the scenes, the YouTubers, everyone like that. So really wanted to show you what that looks like from our perspective. So why don't you take a look and enjoy.
Hello, social media. And then it just went, hello, hello, hello. It just got longer. And the more people go, that's your thing. It's like, social media. Sometimes. But mate, I don't. It's a thing. Everyone has their thing. Yeah. If I don't do it now, I'll get told off. Yeah. So if we got everyone here, can we do a full scene? Because basically, what's happening here is there's two photos. I was wanting to do the hi everyone that I know, and then PVD are wanting to do it. If you're a member of PVD, just do a photo.
So as you can see, there's a fantastic camaraderie. I loved every minute hanging out with those guys. But we're not just there for flirting. Well, I'm there for flirting, but we're there for the cars, the product, everything else. So we went walking, we took a bit of a wander. Let me show you some of the cars that are on display. We didn't get photos and videos of all the gorgeous motors that were there. You can dig up a lot of those yourself. Why don't you have a look as we go looking around the cars. So apologies if your brand wasn't featured or you didn't see a stand that you saw at the show if you're watching this to relive the day. We just couldn't get around to all of them, but we did our best. One of the stands we got to spend a good amount of time at was Bouncers. We spoke with Jay, I believe Sean, apologies if I get your name wrong, David and the staff at the Bouncer stand were incredibly welcoming. And Jay was gracious enough to let me handle, as he put it, and I believe him, the rarest wax pot in the world. Now, this thing was made of Inconel, which, as he described it, is a super alloy. We Googled it, it's a nickel chromium super alloy. This thing can be turned at around about 10% the speed of your typical aluminium billet. So the workmanship, the craftsmanship that went into making this thing was outrageous. To add to that, this thing weighed a ton. It was around about 5 kilos in the hand. And as it was put to me afterwards, I cradled it softer than many people would hold a newborn baby. Why don't you have a look at this? It's a little bit special. went, you put your wax on, fine. You went, you move it around here, finish your swipe, fine. You went, then you bring it for a wide angle, doing the rest. Then you bring it back, you're going to buff, and then as you buff, you bring it back this.
You need like 4 or 5 cameras.
This. And it's like, right.
The wax is pure.
But yeah, as it was kind of like that way, like everything's moving and it's fluid. So it sounds brilliant. We got sunburn.
Yeah. What was sunburn? I was in red.
And complaining it's too hot.
Until
It was. Yeah, sister
came out and just went, "Do you want a hat?" And I went, "I'll fit this in a minute."
Yeah.
Is Midlands ST Owners Club.
I've got waffle drying towels and I use them. I really like them, but they're very. People find they want something thick, really
short.
thick.
Yeah,
they're very. You feel it's like paper thin, yeah.
And you guys who watched last year, you know that me, as a hobby outside of this, I do magic. Now, magic is nothing without a willing and participating audience, and I'm pleased to say that Alan of AM Details is a very, very willing audience indeed, and excitable too. So this is 2 years in a row that I've managed to fool the big man himself. I enjoy it. Why don't you have a look, see the smile on his face. Happy with that? You can take a look, you can consider if you want to swap it, swap away.
You want to show it to the camera?
It's okay, I mean, we're going to find out what it is anyway, because, I mean, it's an ambitious card. Now, what that means, you know, some people with ambition, they always want to get to the top.
I'm already scared.
Yeah, the card is no different. So, where do you reckon we put your card? Do you reckon it's like bottom, top, more towards the middle?
I don't know, maybe went in like last third.
Okay, so look, if I roll it up, did you see it?
Maybe. There it is. Mother
There it is.
hell,
Right.
how does he do it?
Well, pay attention, we'll do it slowly. Goes in, there, up. That's right.
He just creates 9 of diamonds like a puff of smoke.
So, what if, kindness, I let you put the card in, that way you know it's gone in, there's no shenanigans. Right, you go.
Let's go. I'm doing voodoo. Oh, he's already done it and it's at the top. No, it's behind my ear. Where is it? Oh, you mofo. It's not fair.
It's not.
Do this there. Thank you. Love magic. Magic.
So that's Waxstock 2018 as seen from ground level. Let me summarise the show and I'll be brief. The day, although much shorter for us, we got there late and time was against us. The day was fantastic. I come away with more of a sense of belonging and community, more so than the year before, and the year before it was outstanding for that. I enjoyed the community of everyone there, the company, the people that walked up. I had a guy stroll up to me, he said, I watch from Portugal. I showed him, I got my phone out, I said, look, I got 0.5% viewership in Portugal, and he was pleased to be one of those, and it was fantastic. You know, there's a chap called David came, a moulder from Detailing World, amongst many others, and for me, from the bottom of my heart, I can only say thank you. So that part of Waxstock for me will always be a joy. The cars, I think, were much improved. On last year, the standard was much better. There were some bits on there that weren't quite right. I'm gonna say this, and I hope you guys understand, it's gonna sound a little bit hypocritical. In Magic, they have this theory, and it's been proffered by a classic old magician, a guy called Divern, and it stands true that you can be too perfect. And what he meant by that is when you're doing magic, if it's too good to be true, people know it's not true. They almost skip the disbelief. Whereas if it's 99% too good to be true, they know there's a chance they can figure it out. And some of the cars I saw on the day, as nice as they were, they just looked artificial. They looked like museum pieces. They were lovely, but they looked like they'd been rolled to the show under a tarp, put there and they're going to go back to a hyperbaric chamber for the next year. And for me, the real joy was seeing things like the Arrive and Shine and the Top 16, these cars that were driven there on the day. You know, you had people scrubbing the arches out. I loved that. And for me, that's what detailing is. It's taking something that should be used and making it immaculate. That for me was the joy. And I have to say there was a lot of that, but there were also a few there that were just a little bit overly clinical. I hope you guys understand what I mean, but certainly, you know, I'm drawing no shade on people that turned up. Their cars were gorgeous just the same. The stands were fantastic. It was great to see that a lot of the brands had expanded. They're seeing the benefit in this. You had the first appearance of companies like Duca, for example. Jay's Wax had a fantastic stand there also. Then you've got old favourites like Bouncers, ODK, Into Detailing, many of them. I had a fantastic chat with Neil on the Wowo stand, and he said it was great to see a lot of specific brands and not so much the resellers. And I know what he meant when we were having that. And Wowo's, they are a company that deal with resellers, and neither I or he were trying to knock them. But you get a certain sense of passion from the people creating these products to sell them to you, and that comes through more so at a show when you're face to face that you tend to miss with resellers. Resellers are, you know, by their very nature trying to buy something for less than they're going to sell it for, and as much as that passion tries to come through, it's not quite the same as someone selling you something they've created with their own two hands. But all in all, I thought it was a fantastic show, a fantastic effort. A massive improvement on last year, and last year was brilliant. So I'm stoked for this year. It's really got the wind in my sails, but I'm just stoked for next year. I want to see where it goes. It's hopefully going to be bigger. It should be bigger and should be better. So not wishing a year away, but I can't wait to see you guys there next year. Thanks very much for watching. All the important stuff is below, the links, everything that you need just for what you've seen in this and for the people involved. That includes my brother, the cameraman. So check everything out. If you've got any questions, queries, if there's anything that you want to know, I'm all ears. Ask a question and I'll be sure to get back to you. Like, comment, share, subscribe as always, and we'll see you for the next video. Bye-bye.